Bruce Banner, Earth 616, aka The Hulk Complete Comic Series Part 4. While Bruce Banner was reborn into a new life on Counter-Earth, the Savage Hulk, again freed from Banner, still existed independently on Earth. The Hulk's body began giving off radiation equivalent to a nuclear bomb. The army found that anything that came within 5 feet of him would be melted by radiation. Betty showed up and the Hulk broke free. Moments later, Jason the Renegade stepped from the shadows and shot the Hulk with a Pantheon gun, which caused the soldiers to panic and begin shooting. The Hulk laughed off the bullets and escaped with Janice, leaving Betty in tears. The Pantheon had become a democracy and had outvoted Paris to bring the Hulk back into the group. Paris approached Henry Gyrick with a proposition to take down the Hulk for good. The Pantheon attacked Janice and appeared to kill the Hulk, but what he really destroyed was actually nothing more than a mindless cloned body the Pantheon had created. The Hulk destroyed their ship and headed towards Washington, D.C., with Janice, where she told the military that the Hulk would not run any longer. If they attacked him, then he would attack a major city in retaliation. While he was traveling through the Midwest, the Hulk and Janice were attacked by the Thunderbolts, whom he easily defeated. He then destroyed a dam to fulfill his promise of retaliation. The Hulk began having chest pains that would force him to keel over in pain, although at the same time he was physically becoming more powerful. Doctor Strange found that because of his split from Banner, excess energy from an alternate universe was channeling through him that could destroy the universe. Under extreme emotional stress, the Hulk returned to the Gamma base where he had been created. He was ambushed by the newest person placed in charge of capturing the Hulk, Colonel Cary St. Lawrence. The Hulk considered this the ultimate invasion of privacy because he considered the Gamma base his place. He was about to kill her when he had the idea to take over an island in the Florida Keys, which he renamed Hulk Island. He saved the inhabitants from a hurricane, and they grew to respect him. A few days after the hurricane, Janice showed up with an alternate incarnation of the Hulk who had come to Earth when the Hulk was teleported away by Doctor Strange. He offered his help to the Hulk, but the shrapnel in his brain was making him angry at everything, thus, he fought him until he was taken back to his own time. The Hulk was manipulated by Apocalypse into becoming one of his horsemen. The Hulk agreed to serve Apocalypse if he would remove the shrapnel from the Hulk's brain. He battled the Absorbing Man and the Juggernaut, but they had been sent by the NWO with Rick and Janice Jones to stop this new incarnation of the Hulk, who was using the power of the Celestials. He nearly killed the Absorbing Man and the Juggernaut, but Rick jumped in and the Hulk swung at him. Seeing the crippled body of his best friend caused the Hulk to break free of the mind control and flee in shame. The alien Mercy sensed the Hulk's desire for death and sent him on a path to fight Mr. Hyde, but the Hulk wanted a good death and refused to be killed by what he considered an unworthy foe. Wanting to help put the Hulk out of his misery, Mercy sent him to one of his deadliest enemies, the Abomination. Sulking through New York, the Hulk found the Abomination, but because of all the damage done to his own brain, he hallucinated that he was in the Abomination's place and began letting out all his built-up rage from the last few months on him. By this point, the Celestials had come to judge which universe would live and which one would die. Universe 616 or Franklin Richards' Counter-Earth Pocket Dimension. They sent their agent Ashima to Earth to show Franklin Richards his handiwork and force him to choose between one world and another. At this point, the Hulk on Earth 616 was on a rampage through New York City, bringing Doc Samson, Hercules, Spider-Man, and the Thunderbolts together to try and stop him. Meanwhile on Counter-Earth, the Banner Hulk was on rampage through New York City as well, clashing with the Thing and Thor. Doctor Strange found a link between the trans-dimensional energies coming from the Hulk's body and from Franklin Richards' mysterious blue ball. Bringing the ball into close proximity to the Hulk caused both him and Spider-Man to be transported to Counter-Earth. There, the two Hulks clashed, attracting the attention of the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and Doctor Doom. It was decided that to save both realities from destruction, all the Earth 616 heroes would have to return to their native world. Both the Hulk and Banner were brought back with them. When they breached the gulf between both worlds, the Hulk and Banner were merged back together again. After finally being reunited with Banner, the Hulk was transported to the site of his birth, the Gamma Bomb test site. The strain on his body was slowly killing him, and he was giving off massive amounts of radiation that were sufficient enough for the Maestro to absorb and return to life. Maestro was taken by trolls to be the newest mind to inhabit the Destroyer. Bruce and General Ross were attacked by the Destroyer and his troll minions. During the battle, the Destroyer stepped in a pool of the Hulk's blood. It recognized that the Hulk and Maestro were the same being and drew the Hulk's mind inside of it. The Hulk was able to outsmart Maestro and crush him under a rock slide. Bruce was brought back to Gamma Base, where he established some kind of control over the Hulk, started rebuilding his life with Betty, and made peace with her father, General Ross. Later, the Trojans attacked and Bruce and agreed to meet with their leader, Lord Armageddon. After seeing Bruce leave with the aliens, the press believed that he had heroically sacrificed himself to save the president's daughter. Armageddon wanted the Hulk's help in resurrecting his son Trauma with the device the leader had previously used to bring Marlowe back to life. The device needed a very large gamma power source in order to work, and he planned on sacrificing the Hulk to do it. Bruce refused, but the Hulk agreed and stepped into the machine. During the process, however, the Hulk gave off too much radiation and incinerated Trauma's body. Armageddon agreed to live in peace out of fear of punishment from the Silver Surfer, but after the Hulk left, he leveled Freehold and killed everyone living there, including the Gamma beings Jailbait and Hotshot. Bruce was given a secret pardon for his crimes as the Hulk for saving the president's daughter. Just when everything started going right with the Hulk, Betty nearly died due to gamma radiation poisoning that resulted from her time with the Hulk. Bruce was able to find a cure using his blood in a transfusion. But then she was pushed over the edge by the transfusion when the Abomination secretly switched it with his blood instead as revenge. Bruce went insane and tried to kill himself seconds after Betty was pronounced dead. Doc Samson stopped Banner, but he later transformed into the Hulk and escaped from Gamma Base. Banner began coming up with elaborate scenarios to kill himself, but he would always transform into the Hulk seconds before death. With Betty dead and Bruce believed to have killed her, General Ross again started to hunt the Hulk. Bruce figured out the truth behind Betty's death when he went to the home world of the Watcher and was given infinite knowledge. He returned to Earth to get revenge on the Abomination, but he let him go. Confronting General Ross, Banner told him that they were both to blame for Betty's death. Due to the deteriorating effects of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, and the chaos ravaging his mindscape, Banner struck a deal with the Hulk's three dominant personalities: the Green Hulk, the Grey Joe Fixit Hulk and the Professor Hulk essentially to time-share their existence in return for stabilizing his fractured psyche and providing him with release from his disease. Despite the intervention of General John Riker, Bruce was able to retain control until the leader provided the means to cure Bruce 179 using genetic samples taken from the corpse of Brian Banner and added to the Hulk's DNA by Ant-Man. The transformation back into Bruce Banner triggered a catalytic reaction that repaired the damage to Bruce's cellular structure and cured the disease. The original Defenders, including the Hulk, reformed when Yandrith surfaced again to menace the world. Though the heroes defeated his plan, Yandrith used his sorcery to levy a deathbed curse upon their heads, binding them to come together in times of crisis. The curse magnified the egos of the Cursed Quartet until they became mentally unstable. They became the Order, seeking to end all threats to the Earth by taking control of it. Other heroes fought them, and the energies unleashed by the battle were harnessed to resurrect and further empower Yandrith. Coming to their senses, the Defenders stopped fighting and Yandrith was reduced back to his human form, defeated, and imprisoned. Banner sought refuge and peace in Alaska, where he lived as a hermit loosely connected to the town community. He was eventually tracked down by Nick Fury of SHIELD, who required his help in defeating the Hydra space weapon called the Godsey, which could detonate all the nuclear bombs in the world. Sent up as the Hulk, he discovered that the Godsey was actually a rogue SHIELD weapon that could match the strength of any enemy. In the ensuing battle, the Godsey found that though it could try, it could not match the increasing power of the Hulk, since it was unable to duplicate Banner's unique ability to channel gamma energy even if it could duplicate the energy itself, and it exploded. AS.H.I.E.L.D. commissioned space shuttle was sent to retrieve the Hulk, or so he believed. Seizing the opportunity to be rid of the Hulk, a group of superheroes known as the Illuminati decided to jettison the shuttle into space to a planet with no intelligent life forms. Unfortunately, there was a navigation error, and the Hulk landed on the planet Sakaar, a world filled with barbarian tribes, gladiator battles and ruled by a corrupt empire. The planet was situated near a portal, which gave it access to several different cultures and technologies. The Hulk was captured and became a gladiator. The Hulk subsequently ushered an uprising, overthrowing the current regime. Installing himself as king, the Hulk met and fell in love with a queen named Kara Oldstrong. Together, they ushered in a new age of peace and prosperity for Sakaar. Kara became pregnant with the Hulk's child, but died when the shuttle that brought the Hulk to Sakaar suddenly exploded, killing millions of people. Driven to new heights of rage and fury, the Hulk swore revenge against the Illuminati, whom he held responsible for the death of Kara Oldstrong. With his allies, the Warbound, the Hulk rode atop the prow of an alien warship as it set course for Earth. Reaching the moon, the Hulk defeated the Illuminati member Black Bolt, who was actually a Skrull impersonating Black Bolt, not the real one. The Hulk then proceeded to New York City, where he demanded that the city be evacuated in the presence of the Illuminati. As the time limit for the evacuation of New York had passed, the Hulk defeated Iron Man, and Avengers Tower was destroyed in the process. The heroes engaged the Hulk and his Warbound, but were defeated. After the Hulk became allied with Hercules, Namora, and the Angel, General Thunderbolt Ross called in the U.S. Army to dispatch the Hulk. Despite the Army's best efforts, including the use of adamantium bullets, the Hulk instead defeated them. Alongside his Warbound, he transformed an area near Madison Square Garden into a gladiatorial arena. Doctor Strange, mystically invoking a powerful old enemy, Zim, battled the Hulk. Barely holding back the demon Zim, Doctor Strange began to exhibit some of the demon's own traits. Strange sent the Hulk crashing into a building that crumbled upon him and the innocent bystanders who had gathered to watch the fight. The Hulk had protected the innocent bystanders. Distraught by his actions almost killing innocents, Doctor Strange stopped fighting, and, uncaring, the Hulk gave Strange a lesson on control and pummeled him into the ground. After implanting obedience discs in all of the captured heroes, the Hulk set Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man into the arena. The Hulk had them fight each other. In the end the Hulk spared them, declaring he intended justice and not murder. The Hulk planned to destroy New York City and leave the Illuminati to their shame. Soon, a nearly insane Sentry arrived on the scene and a cataclysmic battle ensued between him and the Hulk. Sentry unleashed forces that nearly destroyed what was left of New York, but ultimately, it was a stalemate between the two. The Hulk then briefly reverted to Bruce Banner, and the Sentry reverted to Bob Reynolds. In their human forms, Bruce Banner was able to knock out Bob Reynolds. Warbound member Meek impaled the Hulk's longtime friend Rick Jones, and revealed that he had intentionally allowed the mass deaths on Sakaar to happen, knowing they were caused by former followers of the Red King and not the Illuminati. The Hulk and the Brood No Name attacked Meek in retaliation. Betrayed and enraged, the Hulk unwillingly began releasing energy that threatened the eastern seaboard, and prompted Tony Stark to activate a series of satellite devices that opened fire and eventually left the Hulk in his Bruce Banner form, whom the devices rendered unconscious. SHIELD imprisoned Banner in a facility 3 miles underground, and the other Warbound members were placed under U.S. custody. While Banner was incarcerated at Gamma Base, a new mystery revealed itself when the Abomination was found murdered in his homeland of Russia. The perpetrator soon revealed himself as a massive creature referring to itself as the Red Hulk. This new incarnation of the Hulk decimated the likes of the She-Hulk, Iron Man, Rick Jones in his new powered-up identity of a creature named A-Bomb, and even Thor. Banner was set free when the clash between the Red Hulk and A-Bomb caused an earthquake that damaged his prison. The potential threat to Banner's life triggered his transformation into the original Green Hulk, and he wasted no time in confronting his new nemesis. The Hulk, caught unprepared for the Red Hulk's fighting style, was defeated in their first meeting and suffered a broken arm in the process, but the outcome was much different during their second meeting where the Hulk found a potential weakness in the Red Hulk and exploited it. Once the Red Hulk was beaten, the Hulk left without finding out the Red Hulk's true identity. However, Banner began spending his time trying to track down the Red Hulk before he could do more damage. On his journey, Banner ended up in Las Vegas where the Hulk had to team up with Sentry, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight and even Brother Voodoo to quell a pack of Wendigo from devouring everyone inside a casino.